You're probably the one people count on, the one who shows up, figures it out, keeps it all moving. It's become part of your identity, this ability to deliver no matter the pressure, and you've been rewarded for it, maybe even celebrated for it. But what if the thing everyone admires is also the pattern that's quietly draining you? Burnout doesn't always come from too many hours or too much on your plate. Sometimes it comes from a pattern you've been running for years without realizing it. A pattern that once kept you safe, but now keeps you stuck. Because most leaders don't burn out from hard work, they burn out from emotional autopilot. You overfunction in meetings, you double check everyone's work. You say yes when everything inside you is begging you to say no. And maybe you think that's just who you are, but what if it's just something you rehearsed? Because these patterns usually start early in life. A parent you couldn't please, or a coach who only noticed your wins, or the moment you decided, without knowing it, this is how I stay needed, or this is how I ultimately stay safe. It becomes instinct. If I don't do it, it won't get done. Or if I'm not perfect, I'll be rejected. Or if I don't stay ahead, I'll lose everything. And that's not a leadership strategy, that's emotional wiring. One of my clients, let's call him Ryan, ran a global team and hit every target. And from the outside, he looked unshakable. But in a coaching session, he told me something that really stopped me cold. He said, I don't think my body knows how to rest. It feels dangerous to stop. His pattern was constant production, not because he loved the grind, but because somewhere deep down, he believed that slowing down meant becoming invisible. And that's the trap. What made you successful can also make you exhausted unless you see it, unless you shift it. So here's your real leadership move. Don't just manage your calendar. Start watching your default reactions. What happens when something drops? Do you immediately jump in to fix it? Do you freeze? Do you try to make everyone else feel okay? These are the signs. These are the breadcrumbs of your pattern. And when you notice them, that's your opening. Interrupt the moment, or delay the decision, or let your team solve it, even if it's messy. Maybe it's just take one breath before you say yes. And that's not weakness, that's strength with awareness. Burnout isn't a time problem, it's a pattern problem. And if you don't change the pattern, no planner, no strategy, no amount of balance is going to help. But here's the good news. You don't need to become someone else. You just need to stop letting an old version of you run the show. You're not broken, you're patterned. And when you shift the pattern, you shift everything. Not just how you lead, but how it feels to lead. That's the freedom you've been chasing, and it's closer than you think. I'm Susan Drum, CEO advisor and executive coach and author of The Leaders Playlist. If you're ready to grow your leadership from the inside out, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe. Let's get started.